They say starting over at 30 is brave. I say it's terrifying. Because at 30, the stakes feel higher. You're not just chasing dreams, you're dodging judgment, fighting doubt, and battling that inner voice whispering, "Isn't it too late?" Well, I started YouTube at 30, and I've quit it 4 times before that.
Yes, 4.
Each time I swore, never again. Each time I packed my creativity in a box, shoved it under the bed, and tried to be normal. But imagination doesn't die quietly. It scratches at your sanity. It wakes you up at 2 a.m. with wild, cinematic scenes that never existed, until you breathe life into them. I've always had a mind that builds worlds from nothing.
Plots twist in my sleep.
Dialogue haunts my showers. I could narrate stories all day, but every time I thought about actually creating content, one thing stopped me. My face. I'm a private person. Not mysterious, not elusive, just private. I don't enjoy attention. I hate explaining myself. I don't want strangers knowing what I had for breakfast, or dissecting my background because I posted a picture with my curtains open. So every time I tried to start YouTube in the past, face cam, vlogs, even tutorials, I'd feel naked, vulnerable, too exposed. And just like that, I'd vanish. Again. But something clicked the 5th time. I discovered audio storytelling. No camera, no face, no performance. Just voice. Just me. I told myself, this is it. This is my lane. And I meant it. I launched a channel. Uploaded my first story. It was raw, rough. No intro music. No SEO strategy. Just pure story, straight from my soul. I watched it get 12 views. I was one of them, but I kept going. Because this time felt different. This time I wasn't trying to be someone else. I was showing up as myself, anonymously. I thought it would be easy. Just voiceover and imagination, right?
Wrong.
Being a small YouTuber is hard. Harder than anyone tells you. You pour your soul into a story, layer in music, perfect your pacing, upload at the right time, and then wake up to 0 new subscribers. Sometimes worse. Someone subscribes, then unsubscribes 2 hours later. It messes with your head. It makes you question if you're any good, if your voice matters, if your ideas are too weird, too slow, too anything. Since starting YouTube this time, I've thought about quitting over 200 times. I wish that was an exaggeration, but it's not. Some days I stare at the analytics screen for so long I can hear it mocking me. Some nights, I've cried silently because no one tells you how lonely creating for an invisible audience feels. Yet I don't quit. And here's the weird part. I don't know why I don't. Maybe because every time I think about quitting, I imagine all those stories locked in my head slowly dying. Maybe because I love what I do, even if no one's watching yet. Maybe because there's this tiny, stubborn part of me whispering, what if tomorrow is the day everything changes? And listen, if you're a small creator like me, I want to tell you something I wish someone told me earlier. It's okay to be tired, but don't you dare quit. You don't have to post daily. You don't have to go viral. You don't need perfect thumbnails or cinematic gear. But you do need love for what you do. That's your superpower. That's what keeps you showing up when the numbers don't. That's what helps you get better without applause. You might think your voice is small, or weird, or not worthy. But to someone out there, it will be everything. The comment that changes everything? The subscriber that finally sticks? The video that takes off while you sleep? You don't know when that moment will come. But it can. And it will. If you stay long enough to see it. When I started this channel, I was just a private woman with a voice and a wild imagination. I had no audience, no roadmap, no strategy. What I had was a heartbeat in every story. Now, I have 16 subscribers, 40.5 watch hours, 4,000 views. It's not a lot, but you know what? It's more than 0. It's proof that someone out there heard me. It's hope that someone else is waiting too. Every story I post is another step closer. Every subscriber is a reminder that I'm not invisible. And every time I don't quit, I teach myself that consistency beats fear. So to you, fellow dreamer,
Start messy.
Stay anonymous if you want. Post once a week or once a month. But whatever you do, don't bury your voice. Let your imagination breathe. Let your ideas find air. Love what you do even when no one's clapping yet. Because loving it is what keeps you going. And going is what gets you seen. I started YouTube at 30. I've thought about quitting 200 times. I didn't. You don't have to either. And when that one comment shows up that says, "I needed this," you'll understand why you stayed. Let's keep going, creator. Your voice is enough. Not someday. Not when you're viral.
Now.